If you think you've heard of the worst ways to die, think again. The story of Hisashi Ouchi is not just a tale of a tragic accident, it is a harrowing account of human suffering and the limits of medical science. This is the tragic tale of Hisashi Ouchi, a man whose name has become synonymous with one of the most excruciating deaths in history. Hisashi Ouchi was a technician just doing his job, working diligently at the Tokemura nuclear facility in Japan. He was a dedicated worker, known for his meticulous attention to detail and his commitment to safety. But on September 30th, 1999, a terrible mistake changed everything. It was a day like any other, but a series of errors led to a catastrophic event that would alter the course of his life forever. He and his co-workers were mixing uranium salts in a container not designed for it. The mixture reached criticality, a term used to describe a nuclear chain reaction. This was a catastrophic mistake, one that would have dire consequences. Two of his colleagues succumbed to the radiation poisoning quickly, but Hisashi, he was exposed to an unimaginable level of radiation. He received 17 sieverts of radiation. To put this into perspective, a single sievert is enough to cause radiation sickness. A dose of 8 sieverts is considered fatal. Hisashi received more than double that amount. For context, a fatal dose is just 8, yet somehow he survived the initial exposure. The medical team was in shock, not just at the severity of his condition, but at the fact that he was still alive. Doctors tried everything: fluids, blood transfusions, countless treatments. They were determined to save him, despite the overwhelming odds. His white blood cell count plummeted to nearly 0. White blood cells are crucial for fighting infections, and without them, his body was vulnerable to every possible infection. His blood became more like water. The radiation had destroyed his bone marrow, the source of new blood cells, leaving his body unable to produce the cells needed to sustain life. The radiation wreaked havoc on his body, his skin, his organs. Every part of him was affected. The damage was not just external, it was internal, affecting every system in his body. Pain relief was ineffective, his body unresponsive to medication. The medical team tried everything, but nothing could alleviate his suffering. Then his skin began to fall off. The radiation had destroyed the cells that held his skin together, causing it to peel away in sheets. His chest muscles failed, requiring a tracheostomy. His mucous membranes died, leaving him unable to produce the fluids needed to keep his respiratory system functioning. With his DNA essentially obliterated, his body couldn't regenerate. DNA is the blueprint for life, and without it, his body had no way to repair the damage. His intestines, mouth, eyes, throat all began to liquefy. The radiation had destroyed the cells that held his tissues together, causing them to break down. For 83 days he lived in a state of unimaginable agony. Every moment was a struggle, every breath a reminder of the pain he was enduring. In the end, Hisashi Ouchi died of multiple organ failure. His body simply could not sustain itself any longer. It was one of the most painful deaths in recorded history. His story is a grim reminder of the devastating power of radiation and the limits of human endurance. Hisashi Ouchi's tragic story serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of safety in the handling of nuclear materials and the potential consequences of even a single mistake. In the aftermath of the accident, there were significant changes in safety protocols at nuclear facilities around the world. The incident at Tokemura prompted a re-evaluation of safety standards and procedures, aiming to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. Hisashi Ouchi's memory lives on, not just as a victim of a horrific accident, but as a symbol of the need for vigilance and care in the face of powerful and potentially deadly technology. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable suffering. The medical community has also learned from Hisashi's ordeal. Research into radiation treatment and the effects of radiation exposure has advanced, driven by the desire to better understand and mitigate the impact of such incidents. His suffering has not been in vain. It has spurred progress and innovation in the field of medical science. Hisashi Ouchi's name is etched in history, a permanent reminder of the cost of human error and the importance of safety. His story will continue to be told, ensuring that his suffering was not in vain and that future generations learn from the past. As we reflect on Hisashi Ouchi's tragic story, let us also look forward with hope. Through vigilance, education and innovation, we can strive to create a safer world where such tragedies are a thing of the past. His legacy is a call to action, a reminder that we must always prioritize safety and care in all that we do.